Hello, hello, how we all doing? We all excited? I'm losing my fucking mind over here. Hello! Oh my god, I've waited 4 years for this. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna cry. I'm going to cry during this stream. I'm so irrationally excited. I've got some theories that I want to share. We've got to finish the Deltarune Chapter 2 epilogue. I'm just excited. So I'm gonna boot up Deltarune Chapter 2. And, hopefully we can just get straight into it. I'm gonna put myself, down in the corner, as I oft do for these. I'm so excited to share my theories. Well, not my theories, but theories about Deltarune. These aren't theories that I've come up with, but they are theories that I will be sharing, nonetheless. First things first, though. Yeah. Don't need that anymore. Because we're here now. In my main save file. And this is the part I was most excited about. Is we do in fact have Starwalker. And Lancer. And Rules card. And the egg, which means I didn't delete that save file for nothing. I've actually not done this. All the important stuff. We got all the important stuff, which means we can do all the exposition that we need to. Oh. Yes, and we have the glow shard. That's not what I needed, is it? Well, the point is, I gotta go talk to Shawn. So I'm gonna do that first. Welcome, travelers. You've collected 2 shadow crystals. Unfortunately, without the shadow mantle. At 2 you may remain. Fate is approaching, and it is not on your side. Yep, that's all he says. I'm going into chapter 3 with decent money. That's good. That's good. But yes, I wanted to highlight that specifically because we are going to be talking about theories this time round. What sort of theories? Well, it's gone. It's gone from my mind. I had an idea. I had amazing theory involving Shawn and chapter 3 specifically, and it's this maybe isn't the best thing in your room. Interesting. Oh, it's some decorative moss. Looks delicious. Why the hell does your room get moss? Bitch, you got a whole ass fridge. Don't come at me. I do have the good stuff, though. It was a great theory, right? Think. Shadow mantle, 2 shadow crystals. Shawn. Friend inside me. We'll be talking about that one as well, too. I really believe in the friend inside me theory. If you don't know, the friend... It's called Woody theory. Because Toby Fox... Oh, no! No! I remember. it wasn't about Shorm specifically. It was about this door. Maybe not this door specifically, but a lot of people... One thing at a time. We'll do Woody Theory first. Woody Theory is... So anyone who's seen Toy Story, specifically Toy Story 2, you'll know about the death of the Western, right? And if you've been following the Deltarune newsletters, you'll know specifically that Toby has been keeping us up to date on the progress of Deltarune chapters 3 and 4. Deltarune chapter 5 used to be a part of that, but it disappeared. Also, hi Nova, welcome in. How are we? Sorry, I didn't see you there. Oh, dearie me. Yes. And one of the Deltarune... Keep up, Stevie. It's alright. One of the Deltarune newsletter updates was that during the trailer for Deltarune chapters 3 and 4, or a sneak peek of it at least, there was a little snippet of a cowboy segment, and everyone understandably got really excited about this because cowboys are fucking awesome, right? Oh, Kyuki! Hi! Oh my goodness! How are you? How have you been? But... Sorry. But it's gone. It's gone from my mind. No, it's not. Fucking right. In one of the newsletters, Toby... Yes, I'm all over the place. Toby announced that the one part of Deltarune that they actually got to show off, the cowboy segment, is at risk of being scrapped. And that was sad and interesting enough, but it's how he ends that announcement that caught everyone's attention. Is he says, that's how cowboy shows go, I guess. Or something to that effect. Right? Referring to, like, the death of the Western. In, you know, they talk about it in Toy Story 2. There's a point to this, I promise. But they talk about it in Toy Story 2. It was during, like, the height of the Cold War. Everyone moved on from cowboys to space because of the Red Scare and all that stuff. And they're like, oh, what's more patriotic than cowboys going to fucking space? Right? Naturally. That's why, like, the death of the Western happened and shit like that. And they talk about it in Toy Story 2. Why do I keep making this connection to Toy Story 2, you might be wondering? That is a fair question. So, on Toby Fox's Tumblr... a few years ago, I don't know if this was before Undertale and Deltarune, but it was on Toby Fox's Tumblr nonetheless. He made an edit to the song You've Got a Friend in Me, called Friend Inside Me. I don't know if I can play it for you for copyright reasons. Toby Fox just tweeted Deltarune tomorrow. Let's go. I know, Toby. It's all I've been talking about. Yes. And because of that, because of this years old fucking post that Toby Fox made on his Tumblr, linked to Woody from Toy Story, and his references of the death of the Western, and the scrapping of the cowboy segment of Deltarune Chapter 3, which, if you know anything about Deltarune Chapter 3, you'll see it at the end of this stream when I actually finish this chapter, is, it's all set, it's hypothetically all set in the TV, in Chris's TV. And if you know anything about the secret bosses in Deltarune, they're all themed after forgotten or scrapped concepts or games. For example, Jevil was based on the Joker card, which doesn't get much use in a deck of cards. And Spamton is based on spam emails because you don't read them, for your safety mainly, but also because of things like No, that's it. It's for your safety, and just because they're fucking annoying. So the theory is, Woody theory is, that the secret boss of Deltarune Chapter 3 is going to be cowboy themed and is going to be based on Woody from Toy Story, which ties into the theme that Spamton brought up at the end of his boss fight, which you can check out on my previous stream, is the concept of free will and shit like that, which is very personal to Chris. And because Chris doesn't have free will, Chris is being controlled by us, the player. We are two very different entities, and Chris is a victim of circumstance that we have power over. Chris has no power. And an interesting point someone brought up for Woody theory is, since this hypothetical third boss, secret boss of Deltarune would be based on Woody, they would only be able to speak through specific pull string voice lines in their voice box, much like how we can only allow Chris to say certain things through prompt boxes, right? Which would be really fucking cool to look at and go into. I'm so excited to explore more about that. That sounds fucking awesome. Now, this is just a theory. Oh shit, there's a shit ton of food. Damn. Sorry, we got food. I'll sort that out in a second. I'm sorry. This stream is so scuffed, I know. But yeah, that's one theory that I wanted to bring up because it's interesting. Oh, Top is back. Hi, dude. Mamma mia, I was rejected from the cafe. What can I do? Prize. Mamma mia! As long as the purple girl is by your side, there will be no prizes from moi. Ma mia. Mamma mia. Who cares? Or else I can make me a cake. But my uniqueness as a baker. Don't mind my pastries. Are still extra salty today, everyone. Oh, this poor guy. He deserves so much better. But yes, that's one theory I wanted to highlight. Oh yes, this is the other one. So, the other one. So, a lot of people brought up, specifically in this chapter, because it's the first time and only time we've seen it up until this point, is how Ralsei can travel between dark worlds. And everyone's like, oh, what does he know? What is he hiding? I'm thinking specifically, how does he travel between dark worlds? Well, I'm over here for a reason. I think that he either uses this door right here to go through, like we did in Chapter 1 to get to the Fields of Hopes and Dreams and all that good stuff. Or we use something similar to, like, the gate key doors that you see throughout Chapters 1 and 2 that help you backtrack and go through places like that. Or it's this room right here. This is Ralsei's bridge between dark worlds. Because hypothetically, this should lead directly to the Dark Fountain, which Ralsei, being the prince of this world, probably has some sort of secret Dark Prince powers that come with it. Which is just speculation on my part, right? But there's a reason I'm bringing this up. Because I've held this theory for the longest time. I've only just recently started putting it into a cohesive argument, into cohesive pieces together, because Deltarune Chapter 3 is supposedly, we're going to just jump straight into the Dark World bullshit. Hypothetically, if we're going off of what Chris did or does at the end of this chapter. You'll see at the end, I'll talk about it more then. And excuse me. And then we're going into the TV world, so we have a pretty strong... We can give off a pretty strong assumption that we are going straight into Dark World bullshit here. Now, my theory does have some holes in it now that I have just spoken to Shawm, because my theory was mainly that I thought we would need the shadow crystals to craft the shadow mantle, but no, Shawm pointed out that you need the shadow mantle to get more shadow crystals. So it's the other way around. But my theory was, nonetheless, that we would need to go back and go grab the 2 shadow crystals that Shawm is holding onto. How could we do that before doing the secret boss if we're already in the Dark World? But we need those crystals, and we can only get them by coming here, which up until now we can only do by going into the supply closet. Unless Ralsei goes, "Oh, do you remember how I just magically showed up with no explanation in the last chapter, despite it being a completely different world? Yeah, here's how." And then he's gonna give us like a rundown on like how this door works, and is like, we travel through the pure dark fountain, and that's how I travel between worlds. And because obviously Ralsei isn't beholden to the same rules as the other Darkners. If Ralsei's a Darkner, but that's another theory entirely. But assuming that Ralsei is a Darkner, Ralsei being the prince of the Darkners obviously is an exception to a lot of the rules, right? Because he can travel between realms, and he's immune to turning to stone, like all the other Darkners do that aren't in their own world, or this one, for example. Which means, assuming that Ralsei is a Darkner, I don't think they've ever said it explicitly, but nonetheless, we're going to operate under the assumption that Ralsei is a Darkner, and again, is the prince, called specifically the Prince from the Dark. Again, never specifically calling Ralsei a Darkner, but nonetheless, operating under this assumption. It's obvious that Ralsei is an exception to a lot of the rules that affect Darkners, and that Darkners are beholden to. Which... It's gone. Which would make sense if you think too hard about this speculation like I do. Now, like I said, this is purely speculation on my part. I don't have much evidence for this theory. But I feel like it's gonna bring to attention an important feature that we're going to need specifically in Chapter 3. Is being able to come here specifically during Chapter 3, before the secret boss. And I think Ralsei is going to give us that exposition as to how he travels from world to world. And then we can do the same thing. But specifically, we're not going to be able to travel outside of the Dark Worlds. Like we can just by doing this, just by going to the bottom of the screen. Maybe that's how Ralsei comes through. Also, that's a very real possibility. Ralsei can possibly, when there's another dark fountain open, just walk through it. Like that. Like we do. Specifically going to the other Dark World. Maybe that's how it's going to work in Chapter 3. I said with no evidence to back me up. But that's something that I think could happen, and I'm really excited to look into. I think I am finished here, too. So, what I'm gonna do is just go... Damn, I've been talking for a real long time. Is go ahead and just finish all the light world exposition. Yeah, that's a very interesting theory that I have. Calling me again? What must your friend think? Have fun with your friend, honey. Thanks, Mom. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to talk about is where the other locations in gay people. Where the other locations in future chapters are possibly going to be located. You think it's true? You really think there's... What? Oh no, you're Australian, I forgot. What? You chicken? You got a beak and wings like a chicken? No, I ain't afraid. Only kids believe that stuff. But Chris... You gonna be a weenie like Chris? You wanna go fuck yourself? I'm gonna say that again. Jesus fucking Christ. Susie! Didn't see you there. Wow. Really something scary in there, huh? Sounds to me like you'd better worry about what's out here first. That's such a fucking power move. You okay, Chris? What's the deal with this place? Well, you don't gotta talk about it. Now, I don't know that a future chapter will be set in whatever that bunker is, but it's obviously important. And it's gonna get brought up at some point. I feel like it's important that we get to explore that bunker unabridged, because obviously it's something that we experienced here and now, right? In the light world. I don't think there's gonna be a dark world in the bunker. I think we're going to have to explore it in the light world as Chris and possibly Noelle and Susie as well. Ralsei's not going to be able to help us. It's going to be probably like a 20-minute to like an hour segment, like the True Lab in Undertale. That's the vibes it's giving me. Alright, and it's going to answer some questions about Des and shit like that, hopefully. And if you remember who Des is, it's Noelle's sister that's sort of just disappeared. We don't know if she's gone missing or if she's gone to college. The consensus is she's gone missing, right? Because no one talks about Des like they do Azriel. When they talk about Des, it's this air of mystery around it, and, like, Noelle, like, tenses up and goes silent every time December is brought up. Whereas Azriel, everyone's all like, oh, your brother Azriel, yeah, we love him. How's college going for him? Oh, the Wi-Fi's down so you can't ask? Fucking sucks to be you. You know? And I want to talk about Azriel, too. I do. I want to talk about Azriel. Not only because he's my husband, but also because I have theories about Azriel, too. Okay? Like, it's ever since the end of chapter 2, ever since the end of this chapter, 4 fucking years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I have had this image of the end of quite possibly chapter 4, because that's the midway point through the story, over midway at this point, and then the chapter's gonna end with Chris being in their house with their mum, and everything's gonna be great and normal. You're gonna manually end the chapter, and then Asriel's gonna walk through the door, he's gonna have that one little text box that goes, howdy, and he's gonna have that, my theory as to how he looks like, I'm really hoping he looks like the Growth Spurt AU version of Asriel, where he's got that scruffy blonde facial hair. I love that. I always loved that. It's primarily how I draw scruffy facial hair now. It, if you pay attention to, hang on. Yeah, here's Willow. So, if I zoom in on Willow specifically, I can actually show you exactly what I'm talking about. Hold up. This might take a second. I apologize. I'm gonna have to put this back too. But yeah, look at the dude with the blonde streak in his hair. I'm gonna have to zoom in much closer. Oh no, this is a better example. So here's Noxie, the one with purple, pink, and orange hair. So it's actually more visible with him. So this is what I mean. It's how they draw facial hair on the Growth Spurt AU is really clever and cute, and I've always loved it. Is you can, if you look really closely, you can see, like, there's black outline lines, and then there's the bleeding color of, like, the color of their facial hair. So for Noxie specifically, it's the purple to match the main part of his hair, not the, like, the highlights or anything. I always really loved that, and it affected my art style. It, for lack of better words, bled into my art style, much like the bleeding color of the facial hair, right? I always loved that. It's sort of like a little nod to that, I guess. A nod to my Undertale phase, which has come back violently, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, I'm hoping and I'm guessing Asriel will look something like that, and that would be super fucking cool. I have also seen concept art. I say concept art, like, conceptual theorist art of Asriel coming back from college, where he's got, like, he's got tattoos as an homage to his God of Hyperdeath form. I'd really like that. Another version is where he's, like, chubbier to look more like his dad. I love that too. All completely different interpretations of Asriel that I 100% fuck with. I actually made some concept art of Asriel, like, a few years ago that took inspiration from the Growth Spurt AU, where he's got the silly little scruffy lines on his face with the blonde bleeding into it. But he also wore a flannel shirt. I just see him wearing a flannel shirt like a lumberjack. Which, thinking about it, he could be, like, a bit chubbier, a bit buffer. I would love that. That would be great. Chris, I've got to play the game, I remembered, so I'm sorry. Chris, welcome. Did you seek something from me? Garrison, it's been a few years since my father passed away. Fans of his famous books series, Lord of the Hammer. We still receive condolences from them until just recently. A brave man, brilliant and sharp. Chris, it's a shame you were not able to have him as a teacher. And difficult for Miss Alphist as his replacement. Let us pray that the angel will smile upon her. So we're going to talk about Asriel a bit more. Ah, Chris, your brother. He is a very kind young man, perhaps even a little overzealous in his younger days. He would visit me often to confess to various sins, despite the absence of sin or confession in our religion. I remember his small face sobbing as he admitted he had dropped the lizard in the pit to jump high, nearly omitting the fact that he had done this in a videos game. He also confessed to various sins on your behalf, begging for your forgiveness for dropping the lizard on purpose. Oh yeah. I would always forgive him and send him home. See, people think I'm Catholic because I'm Irish. It's funny, I see the comparison, but no, I'm not. I'm not Catholic. I almost forgot there was another piece of dialogue. Hammer. As per the ritual, a hammer is buried in the earth here to symbolize his existence, to connect his spirit to the divine. Originally, a smith by trade, he began writing history, and made a turn into telling stories, as a means to entertain his children. That such a history created for such a simple purpose could blossom into such a large, wonderful world-changing thing. That is the majesty of words, Chris. My father was blessed to have such a talent for writing. So, I want to talk about that passage specifically as well, because people have been speculating, oh, do monsters bleed or do they turn into dust in Deltarune, in the Light World? They obviously turn into dust because of the existence of the ritual that they mentioned in Undertale, where they would cover their ashes in the monster's favorite thing to symbolize that they were here and their connection to that favorite thing, like they've done for Garrison and Garrison's hammer. And there's also a bit of dialogue where a kid's like, "Oh my god, you're human? Does it hurt to be made of blood?" You heard Alvin mumbling to himself as you walked away. Were you proud of me, Father? And is it right for this hammer to... Right for this hammer to what? I have a theory. So, I feel like, going back to where future chapters are going to be set, I feel like it is heavily possible that future chapters are going to be... A future chapter, quite possibly chapter 4, is going to be set in the church. Right? And how fountains are made, if you remember, is by someone putting their will and their determination into the blade that they use, and then conjuring forth the fountain. But we know it doesn't have to be a blade specifically, because Birdley was going to use his halberd at the end of this chapter, at the end of the Dark World, the Cyber World. Excuse me. So we know that it doesn't specifically have to be a sword or a knife or something like that. It just has to be some sort of physical object that you can put your will into and strike at the ground. Hypothetically. Speculatively. Like I said. I feel like Garrison is going to be the one to make that dark fountain in the church. For whatever reason, I don't know. We don't know. Maybe to get closer to the angel, quite possibly. For like a religious experience or something. Or maybe Dark Worlds have some sort of connection to this mythical Deltarune religion. Right? That's something that I think will be interesting to look into. Anyway, more dialogue. Silver Drake? I've never beat this boss before. Alright, hand it over, honey. I got this. No, Dad, this is my battle. So, how about just telling me what to do? Sure. How about trying Fire Shock? I'd love to, Dad, but the mage left the party. Oh yeah, how about one of your 99 blaze potions? I'm saving those. For what, your birthday? Come on, live a little. This is true, I've done this. Okay, Dad, this one's for you. Hey-ya! It reflects fire attacks. Whoops. Hey, you gotta heal.
I wish I knew healing magic in real life. Then I'd make you better and it wouldn't just be me and Mom.
Eesh. Your mother is... Hey, it's okay, sweetheart. I'm getting better. Might even be able to go to church tomorrow. See? We're going to church tomorrow. Which would hypothetically be right after chapter 3. Well, he's going to church tomorrow. Hypothetically, he's going to church tomorrow. But the point is, there's mass tomorrow, okay?
Really? Are you sure you're okay?
Holidays happen whether you like it or not.
Even though everyone likes holidays. Well, gotta go sooner. Mom will call.
See you tomorrow, honey.
Bye, Dad. Love you.
Susie?
Why are you here?
Hell if I know. Sorry, guys. This game's only one player.
Dad, this is, Susie.
Oh, this is Susie. Susie. Nice. Heard a lot about you.
You, have? Cool, I think I have to go now.
Susie, huh?
Yeah.
Lay a finger on her and I'll kick your ass.
Huh?
I'm just kidding. Well, kinda kidding. Sorry, I used up a lot of my energy just now. Probably not gonna be very fun to talk to. Thanks for visiting though, Chris. And you too, Susie.
Yeah.
If everyone's gonna be... Well, I say everyone. If a lot of people are gonna be at mass, quotation marks, tomorrow, it does make me wonder who's gonna be in the Dark World for Chapter 4, and who's gonna be companions, who's gonna be, who's just gonna be, like, whatever the fuck Birdley was throughout this chapter, specifically. That I'm really excited to see. Seems like I need some more tests. So just gotta wait it out. They can't keep me down for too long, baby. Sooner or later, I'm busting out of here. Besides, your dad ain't much without his main man. I ship them. I ship Rudy and my dad. Look, Chris, can't say much, but Noelle might look like she has it all, but her mother, you know, love her, but she's tough on her. Normally, I balance it all out, but I can't do much when I'm not there. But I'm gonna get better. I have to. What is it, Christmas? Hey, Chris. She's a nice girl, huh? The hell are you taking her here for? Why don't you take her to the movies?
Hey, yeah. The hell didn't we go to the movies, Chris?
Yeah, take me while you're at it.
Yeah, Chris, come on.
Kettle corn, Chris. Kettle corn. Chris Big. Don't skimp out. That sentence made no sense to me. That was words. Shiren, hello. Looks like she's resting her voice. Should be me. Uh-oh. Alphys. Hell if I'm going any further. Already close enough to getting banned from school. Don't want to be banned from outside of school, too. That's a thing, right? I think it's called being arrested, and we are in the right area for it.
Hi, Chris. Getting your project done? Oh, my bike? It's, totaled.
You poor, poor, poor traumatized child. Who, me, or...
I had a little crash. You see, there was this...
Oh, Susie. Yeah, Susie definitely has something.
You see, there was this police officer and, it's complicated. How are you doing?
Not a big fan of the government.
Chris, it's no secret the, police in this town are, how do I put this? Just, eye candy, I guess.
Hey, oh!
Wait, that came out wrong.
That came out very wrong.
I mean, they're symbolic. They barely do anything. It's because of the mayor there isn't any crime. Makes me wonder if she needs the police. Or if they're just getting in her way. Sorry. I'm just saying what you already know. After all, she's your neighbor, right?
The mayor, or... Yes, the mayor, of course. Hey! Get out of the road! Sorry, bad habit. Anything I can help you with, punk? I'm here to tell you about the Dark World again. Huh? A super dangerous alternate world in the library? More are appearing? People might fall inside. Like, listen, punk. You seriously think I'm gonna believe that? Seriously? Whoops. Hey, wait! Nyah! Not again! Looks like I gotta go recapture those criminals. Hey, by the way, that yellow glasses lady, is she your teacher? She kinda had an accident earlier with her, bike. Just wanted to make sure she was feeling better. So, give her this. You got a heart-shaped box of candy. It's, that says get well soon. It has to your bike hastily scrawled underneath to get well soon. Look, get well soon's all the store had. Open it and I'll arrest you. Look, I'll even put a note on it. Now stop interrupting me, I gotta go. You got the previously described box of candy with a note on it. Woohoo. Oh, jailbreak. I'll sound the alarm. Yeah.
Huh? Chris? Do you have something for me?
Yes.
Huh? Chris? What's that you're giving to me? A box of heart-shaped chocolates? Whoa. No, I can't accept that from you.
It's not from me.
What? It's from the police? You mean she gave this, get well soon gift to my bike? And, there's a note on this that says, open this and I'll arrest you, you little punk. Chris, tell her I, appreciate it.
Alright, let's go. Yep, come on, Susie, we're out of here. Oh, where's Birdley? Oh, these books. How to Care for a Human. It's a book for monsters on how to take care for humans. According to the card in the back, looks like your mother took it out repeatedly many years ago. There are photos of unfamiliar humans inside. You shut the book quickly. So there are other humans in the world. Chris obviously doesn't like them. It's book 1 about souls. Read it? Yes. The soul has long been called many things. The font of our companion, the source of our will, the container of our life force. But even now, the true function of it is unknown. Yeah. I love reading books, especially the books upstairs. I'm so glad. No reason to go back in there. Fair enough. What haven't I talked about already? I think that's all of my theories out of the way. Do you guys have any theories? I just want to go home, but I'm stuck in a traffic jam. Even though it's only one other person. No, this seems incredibly difficult to get out of. I don't know. This is a great parking place. I can see myself settling down here. Happy for you. Oh, Jesus. Double ice pizza. Great. Ice Wolf, big customer. Ice Wolf, maybe only customer. Wow, my coworkers seem to so energetic lately. I don't know what's happened, but seeing him happy makes me happy too. Oh, a customer. Would you like a blue soft serve? No.
The pizza sauce is boiling red, burbling, burning like my blood yearns for battle. I, the warrior, shall show it the wizard's fist.
Happy for you. Happy for you, buddy. Little buddy, you aren't gonna believe this. I've got a girlfriend. Asriel, you've got to tell Asriel right now. He's gonna be so proud of me. Huh? What'd she look like? Little buddy. How do I put it? I don't actually know. I haven't met her in real life. But from the way she texts... God, little buddy, she must be stacked. Lie and say you want to hear more. So far, she's the perfect girl, little buddy. She loves pizza. And bikinis. And to top it off, she sent me a picture of herself wearing a pizza bikini. Little buddy, perhaps it's uncouth, but... Look! Look at this! God damn! It's several pixels that vaguely resemble a zoomed-in JPEG of a pepperoni pizza. Yes, I know what you're thinking, little buddy. Her camera is not of the highest caliber. But to a scholarly man of the world like myself, this is what love looks like, little buddy. I'm happy for you. Whoa, go in there if you want, but I'm staying here. Caddy's working there today. She hates me. Oh no. I also think Caddy's gonna be a future companion. So what if I took Jock Boy's hat once? I looked cool. Ooh. Jockington fans. They're crazy, man. I can't believe you, Susie. Caddy's my friend. And I support my friends through thick and thin. Long and short. Cold and hot. Whatever shape the world takes. I'll be there. Jockington is a constant.
Just ignore them. I know. They're embarrassing. Why are they even here?
Because they care.
Then they can care somewhere else. What?
Noelle.
Golden hair, starry eyes. She's the light, laughing in the night. Taught her protection spells. Showed her occult things. But lately she slips into the darkness. Chris, you walk among the dark. Protect her from Susie. I'm talking about Susie.
No. I like Susie.
Hey, hon, how'd you like the hot chocolate? Well, I'm gonna take it that means you enjoyed it. Take it easy, okay? I'm sure your brother will come back in no time.
Yeah, like at the end of chapter 4. There's more stuff I must do.
My brother's too old to take for a walk anymore. I'm aimless. Wish I had someone to whip me into shape.
What? What? If you're looking for Blukey, they're not here. Unless you're looking for someone else. Fine. You want to talk to someone else? Here. Oh my, someone's here to see me. It's you again, is it, darling? Oh my. Why do you keep coming to our door? Are you a fan of mine? As if someone could be a fan of a nobody like me. Well, if you're a fan, could I bother you for a favor? Since the internet went down, I haven't had much entertainment. If you have anything entertaining, darling, could you bring it by me tomorrow? It would mean the world to me. Thank you. I'm on it. Closed. No!
Hey, I thought I told you to come alone.
You know what? Hell if I'm getting involved in this.
Hey! Hyper Potato Mouse! I missed you, you hear? Haha, missed you all day. Did you miss me?
I did, yum.
Oh, I was missed. My existence being acknowledged. Feels good, you hear? You hear closely for a second. You are my friend, right? As my friend, do you want to hear a secret? Sometimes I hear a song at night. Just a little piece of a song, you hear? It sounds like it's coming from under the water. Deep. Do you think someone's auditioning for my band? Oh, I'm about to make another friend. I can feel it, you hear? Do you want to hear another secret? I think maybe I've heard that song before, coming from the sea. The whole thing. It's not a new song, but I can't remember. I can't remember, you hear? I'm gonna go investigate, you hear? Come back here tomorrow, you hear? Onion is on the case. That's my name, right? See ya, Mouse.
Hey, Chris, so, do you do weird stuff like this every day after school? I do now. Yes. Let me think. What else do I need to do? Oh, that was that weirdo who didn't like how I knocked. Oh, is that a human? If humans are made of bones, where does skeletons come from? That's a fantastic question. That knocking. It's amateur. You've still got a long way to go. Well, I'm doing better.
Yo, Chris. Haha. Is that you? We're not hanging out if Susie's with you. Chris, Susie sucks. Why don't you stop her?
'Cause she's awesome, how dare you. What is this? Hey, forget something?
Why, yes. I think I left my eggs on the counter.
Hang on, I gotta sip something. Guess your memory's not what it's cracked up to be.
There is really egg on my face now, is there not?
You're excused.
Now it sounds as if you're egging me on.
Egg on or egg off. I expect a lot from you.
Well, I am exceptional.
And don't forget me, your egg's husband.
Hello, Asgore.
Tori, didn't expect to see you here, but I have some extra flowers, and I was wondering if...
Oh, I was just about to go, actually.
Oh, sure. Home is where the heart is. So, when Asriel comes home...
Yes, we should all discuss that together soon.
Oinky doinky. Say hi to Chris for me.
Of course. Have a nice day.
You know what I want, Bone Man? Sans and Toriel. Yeah. You know what I want, Bone Man. Yup. Free pickles. Why, thank you. Can I ask, what kind of flowers do you think would make her remember how she felt before? Maybe you should talk to your plants about that. Don't worry, they're the first ones I asked. They're such good listeners. You know flowers. Well, yeah, nothing like a captive audience. Yes, haha. I even keep them in glass. Like that movie. Yeah, it's very similar to that movie. Well, have a good one. I'm trying.
Hey, Chris, never mind. Yeah, I'm that sicko that looks at all the milks to find the best expiration date. You got something about it?
No.
It's a pile of eggs. You put the egg into the egg pile. Did you just, reverse steal that egg? Yeah.
Hey, what's up? By the way, about my brother. Looks like you won't be able to meet him today. Yeah, it's a bummer when things don't work out. Excuse me. It's a bummer when things don't work out. Sorry about that. I'm sure you'll meet him someday. Maybe around when your brother comes home. Low drop.
Like, little Chrissy, you hear that? Guy at the pizza place? God, what was his name? Pizza Pants? Heard he got, like, a super hot girlfriend. What was her name like? Pizza Arena? Anyway, what did you, like, want to talk about?
I don't like you.
Oh my god, it's like so sweet that you have a nasty, dirty little friend. But like, this is my polluted alleyway, so like, I think I might have to go to the mayor and get a traffic sign that says like no +1s because like, okay.
Hey Chris, this free milk is amazing. It just magically refreshes itself overnight. Amazing. Having a wide open space is great for us kids. Sometimes it's good to get your freak out. We tried to play baseball, but that kid kept dancing in the middle of the lot. I don't feel like there's any way to stop him. No. He's too into it. Mr. Spot. Nothing like admiring the great paint job me and my bro did on our church. Our church?
Oh, Terry, say it again. Say you don't have to go to the bathroom again.
I'm not Jerry, I'm Terry. I'm super cool. I totally don't have to go to the bathroom. I don't like Terry either. I'm getting bad vibes from Terry. Which is a unique predicament for me. Ribbit, ribbit. I sometimes hear beautiful singing from that house over there. How eerie. Could it be a ghost? It's most certainly a ghost. There's a cat flap. It's locked. Somehow. It's doable. It's an ornate gate. It appears to be locked. It's your mum's van. Chris, you going home? Yeah. Alright. Then, I guess it's goodbye for today. See you tomorrow, Chris.
Chris, I was studying with your... Why, Chris, is that your friend? Why don't you invite her inside?
Chris, I should, probably get going.
I was going to bake a pie. Did you want me?
I guess I can come over for a bit.
Feel free to come in. Oh, excuse me. I'm Chris's mother, Toriel.
Yes, ma'am, I remember.
Oh, you do? And you are... Susie, are you not?
Huh? You remember my name, too?
Of course. Miss Elphys is a good friend of mine. She often talks about you.
Glad to hear it. Chris, the hell is Elphys saying about me?
Susie, why don't you wash your hands over there? We will make the pie together.
Make it together? But I don't know how to.
Do not worry. I can teach you.
Okay.
Chris, Susie seems like a nice girl. I'm very happy you are friends with her, but... Chris, I heard from Elphys about her behavior. If by any chance she, influences you, leave the chalk alone, alright?
Hands, washed.
Wonderful. Now we can... Oh, Chris, how about you show Susie how to bake it?
Chris? You know how to bake pie? The hell haven't you made me any then, dumbass? You pie hoarding piece of... excuse me, ma'am.
Susie, you can just call me Toriel outside of school.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Huh? Chris? You need to wash your hands too? Then, I suppose I shall teach Susie for now. Susie and I will start getting ready to make the pie.
We will? Wait. It's the TV. Looks like it's plugged in, but it's dusty. Interesting. Great. No need for it. No need for it. It's the bathroom sink. Will you run the tap? Yes. It started to run. It's making a lot of noise.
You okay there, Chris?
I take that as a no.
Let me out!
I'm stuck.
Well, let us get the flour.
So that's this bag? And you just... Oops.
Susie, you have flour on your nose.
I meant to do that.
Thought you would stop to smell the flour, eh?
Come on.
Now on to the next part.
So, where the heck is Chris?
Oh, Chris, does this sometimes.
Well, they should try it. Hurry. I'm getting sleepy.
Do you know what they call a sleeping Susie?
Huh? What?
They call her a snoozy.
Then, I guess you'd be, Snoriel.
Snoriel. Snoozy and Snoriel.
You really like that one, huh?
Wasn't it funny?
Alright, where the hell is Chris?
Toriel! The pie's nearly done. Oh, the sugar! Wait here a moment, I left it in the car.
Okay.
Did you have fun, Chris?
Hey, Chris, hurry up next time. We're already almost done. So what's next?
Oh, the pie. We already worked quite hard, have we not? How about we finish it later?
Okay. Then, guess I'll walk home.
Oh, no. There's no need to do that. Oh, actually, Susie, Would you like to stay over?
Huh? I mean, if it's okay, then...
Here, look at this. Our couch is used to being used as a bed. It's not perfect, but we could all sleep out here.
That sounds good to me. Yeah.
Splendid. I will make sure everything is in order. Just call your parents, will you not?
Yeah, of course. So, what the hell? A sleepover? Damn, I've never had one of those in forever. I haven't had one of those in forever. Hey, Chris, it's not like someone has to tell you to sit, right? There. Chill out for a sec. So, now what? I got it. Maybe between the pillows here? There. Knew I'd find the remote in there. You can always find good stuff wedged in the couch. Jeez, it's dusty. When'd you last use this thing? Well, who cares? Let's just watch some TV. So, what are we gonna marathon tonight? Blood Crushers 3? Hellbusters? Invasion of the Cadpetters? Maybe Icy's the movie is your... Fuck. Maybe Icy's the movie is more your speed, huh, Chris? It's been a good day, huh, Chris? You, Relsay, Lancer, everyone. It's just cool hanging out together, right? That's why, don't you think we should try to have them come to our world? Come on, think about how much better it would be. Relsay could do our homework, Lancer could live under your bed, we could all walk to school together. It'd be perfect, you know? I mean, we'd be unstoppable is what I'm saying. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, that's the attitude. What if Ralsei became a teacher's pet, though? Or not, if... Just feels like a matter of time, honestly. Well, whatever. As long as he brings me an apple, too. What? Apple shampoo? No, I didn't drink any of that. Well, whatever. Let's just get back to watching. So we got cooking, we got the news. So the festival's coming up, right? That thing where the town becomes a carnival? Stupid, right? But say you had to, take someone. Noelle or Ralsei? Huh? Way to dodge the question, dumbass. I mean, if I win, obviously you'd be there too. That goes without saying, right? Look, let's just go back to watching TV. Now this is what I'm talking about. A giant monster movie special. Always like them better than the giant human movies. Now this is something we can marathon. You ready, Chris? For 12 hours of building, bashing, car-crushing action? 'Cause we're locked in, got it? I better not see you move until your eyes are bloodshot. Now, let me just get comfortable here and... There. She's out. Susie fell asleep. Cute.
Officer? Officer? Thank goodness. I finally got through. I thought I saw someone prowling around outside.
Not this again. There we go.
And when I checked out our car, the tires looked like they'd been slashed. Officer, if you could please come over. You will? Soon? Thank you. They're already asleep.
What was that last thing Chris did? They walked up to Susie. Why? And did we see Chris put us back? Because it looks like that's what they went to do. Yeah, that's Deltarune Chapter 2. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited for tomorrow. It's actually tomorrow, guys. I'm so nervous. I've waited so long. And that's it. That's all we got for now. I might go back and save before finishing the chapter because I realized I probably should have done that too. But I'm going to do that off stream. You guys saw everything I found interesting and worth pointing out. But yeah, I just wanted to share a few theories and wrap up the story. Sorry my voice acting wasn't on point today. I'm a little tired. Hopefully I'll be back up and at 'em tomorrow. But yeah, here you go. That was it. That was Deltarune Chapter 2. And now we wait. That's all I got for you. That's all she wrote. Let's see who we can and can't raid out to, shall we? No one I know. That's alright. Another time maybe. I had fun today, despite the fact that I might not be showing it. I'm real tired today. Sorry. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. If you want to check me out on my other pages, they're all linked all over in my bio. You can check out the VODs channel to catch up on stuff you might have missed, especially for Undertale and Deltarune. My entire Undertale playthrough is up now, and the entirety of Deltarune Chapter 1 is up there right now. I've just got to wait for the other ones to pass through. I should be uploading the second part of Deltarune soon. Tomorrow, I think. Yeah. It's funky, because there's like a 24-hour copyright thing on how long Twitch is allowed to keep your streams before you're allowed, your VODs before you're allowed to do anything with it, so I'm just waiting for that, mainly. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. Stay safe. Let me know any theories you might have too. I want to hear them. I'm a big believer in Woody theory. I think Ralsei is going to give us some exposition as to how he travels between dark worlds. I'm calling it now. Ralsei isn't evil. I don't think there's any evil characters in Undertale or Deltarune, because there's a whole other conversation about that. But Ralsei definitely knows something. Same as Shawn. They both know something. I don't think that makes them evil. I feel like Ralsei isn't telling us the whole prophecy, though. For some reason. Probably because, you know, and you know, like, prophecy rules, you know, like, you hear it, you try to avoid it, and then you end up fulfilling it. Stuff like that. That's typically how it works. Also just for, like, narrative reasons. Ralsei knows something. That's it. That's my final thoughts. Stay safe. I'm really not here today. I'm sorry. But stay